to WCNC Charlotte. We're going to turn now to your weekend forecast. First, live pictures this morning from Lake Norman. The sun is finally coming up, and we can expect a whole lot of it today and into the weekend, which is a lot to say considering the week that we just got through. What else can people expect, though, as far as temps?
Well, it's going to be more seasonable, which we're normally in the 30s in the morning, 50s during the day this time of year. But today the winds are going to be cranking, which means we're still going to feel a little bit of that chill. However, tomorrow gets a little bit better. So kind of slow improvement every single day. And if you love snow and you love skiing, today is a perfect day to head out to the slopes because look at Beach Mountain. They are blowing their own snow. They got it rocking all over the place there from our resort cams. Love to see it. Much colder there up toward the mountains as expected in the upper 20s. It's actually in the lower 40s for most of the Piedmont. In fact, if you're over toward Sharon, Rockingham, it's pretty warm in the upper 40s. However, with the winds rocking, we still have a wind advisory in the mountains. They're feeling like the teens for Boone, 21 for the feels like in Jefferson, and our 40s feel like 33 in Charlotte, 33 for the feels like in Lincolnton, 29 for Shelby. So you still need that jacket when you're heading out the door this morning, but you aren't going to need it as much maybe this afternoon. If you are like me and you don't necessarily mind 50 if you're in the sun, but when it's breezy, you want your jacket, that's going to be me this afternoon. As we, of course, have high pressure building in now that that storm system is pulling away and impacting the New England states. Here are those gusts as we go hour by hour. Right now, we're looking at gust potential 30 to 35. It turns to about 20 to 25 this afternoon. So still elevated, just not quite as high. And then overnight, those temperatures will eventually fall. And that's why we had 41 this morning, but we look at 31 tomorrow morning because as the winds die down, it actually allows for the overall temperature to lower to radiational cooling. Cold air settles closer to the ground. 53 tomorrow afternoon, so 2 degrees technically warmer, but it'll feel warmer because the wind won't be quite as elevated. So if I had to pick one day, it would be Sunday. However, today, not terrible if you can get past the wind biting you, especially if you're out and about for long periods of time this afternoon. And really, if this weekend is too cold for you, you might want to nuzzle up inside for maybe at least the next week, week and a half, because we are talking much colder temperatures. Long range outlook from the Climate Prediction Center showing a lot of cold air on the way. And this is because of a really strong trough of low pressure that develops across the entire eastern seaboard. As it does, look at the zoomed in view here. The entirety of not just the Carolinas, but the southeast as a whole looks at a significant opportunity for colder than normal temperatures. Now, this percentage doesn't look at how much colder than average we are. It's just how much they expect, you know, kind of their confidence level, I guess you could say, that we're going to be colder than average. So 90% to me is 100%. And so we're pretty much 100% confident that we're going to be colder than average. So as we look ahead, you're actually going to notice that the temperatures are dropping from the 30s and 50s to about the 20s and 40s, and then some days even the 30s and the 10s. Now, as we look ahead to that drop in temperatures, we're also watching the opportunity for the chance for a few flakes. Snowflakes, that is, not only in the mountains, but even here in the Charlotte area. Right now, we're looking at we're right on the edge there between looking at amounts, timing, location, and whether or not we'll see snow or sleet or freezing rain. Right now, I'm looking at the potential for we will likely see a few flakes falling, probably even in parts of the Charlotte metro, but not sticking on the ground actually. So pretty relatively low impact overall. For example, not seeing a widespread icing, significant risk there on the roadways. Up in the mountains though, almost certain that we will see some kind of snowfall accumulation here and a chance of some accumulation there up in the foothills. As we get closer to the event coming in late Monday and into Tuesday, we'll have more numbers for you. But right now we're about 3 to 4 days away, so still working on the official kind of totals there. But that's going to be an event Monday night and into Tuesday morning. Again, that opportunity for a few flakes falling in Charlotte, but not going to accumulate in Charlotte. I know, sad news for those who love snow, but hey, we didn't see them at all last winter. So even if we see them, but they don't stick, I think we'll take at least a few falling from the sky. And then once that event does pass, that's when we really start to see that big cool down. Wednesday morning will be the first taste of it. Lows in the 20s, but we'll actually feel like the single digits for the first time since Christmas Eve last year when we were at 9 degrees in Charlotte.
All righty, time to crank those heaters up.